Hey guys, it's Greg Jones for Engine Builder, and today we are at DRZA Auto, joined by shop owner Derek Cho-Sam. And this right here between us is a SR20 DET Nissan engine, and it's our Engine of the Week.
Engine Builder's Engine of the Week is sponsored by Pen Grade 1, L-Ring DOS Original, and NPW.
Derek, thanks so much for giving us a little bit of time.
Absolutely.
Excited to be in the shop here today, seeing around everything that you guys have going on. And one of the things you guys specialize in are these SR20 engines, like this one right here. So I'd love to know a little bit more about it. If you could tell us specifically with this one, you know, what's going on, what do you guys have to do with it?
So this one came in, it had a rod knock. Like all of these, when you rev them too high, they get a slight rod knock.
Okay.
We took it apart and we decided to go with a full build on this thing. The customer wanted to kind of bulletproof it.
Yeah.
To make it run real well, and he's looking for like a 700 horsepower four-cylinder car.
Yeah.
So we end up changing the crank out. We have a stroker crank in it, BC, and we have pistons, rods, all that stuff into it. Oil squirters were changed out. The oil galleries were cleaned up and opened up for better oiling system into it. We have some baffles in the oil pan that we use because of the sloshing and a larger oil pan assembly.
Okay.
On high RPMs, they drain back pretty slow, so we have to have a larger capacity of oil. We have that in there.
And is this a wet sump setup?
Yes, it's a wet sump setup still. We wanted to go with a dry sump, but we're trying to keep it somewhat streetable.
Yeah.
When it gets to the track, we might end up changing the whole setup to a dry sump system.
Yeah, something
Most
down
likely,
the road.
Yeah, down the road.
Okay.
We want him to get it into the car, have him have seat time to learn the car, feel the car, and then as he excels, we'll just add on the other pieces and components to it.
Yeah.
But cylinder head's been ported out, port and polish, sorry. Valve, springs retainers, angle valve jobs, cams, all the good stuff into it.
Yeah.
Rocker stoppers, the other interesting thing with these, it has rockers on there and they float at high RPMs, like 7,000, 8,000 RPMs. Okay. It floats the rockers and then it damages the head. So there's a rocker stopper that we would install into them to help the rocker from not floating.
Okay.
So it's got a decent amount of the goodies from trial and error over the years. Of these things.
Upgrading the valve train. Yeah, very good. Yeah. Derek, you mentioned a lot of the parts that you're going through and upgrading. What types of specific components are you using in terms of the brands that you like to use?
I like to use CPs, Manleys, Corellas, JE pistons and stuff like that. Yeah. They're known good products and they hold up really well for us. Valve trains, we use a decent amount of BC stuff. Yeah. They work out really well for our applications. Some Supertex. Sometimes we mix and match them based on our experiences or my experiences with them.
Yeah. All right. Anything else over? You got a nice intake out here on this side?
Intake. Yeah. It flows better. It'll help to get us the amount of air that we need for the horsepower rating that we're going to. Yeah. We're going to probably run about 1,200 cc injectors to this thing. Okay. It's going to be powered up from a Holotech 2500 with all the new displays that they have.
Yeah.
The IC7 dash and all that stuff.
Very good.
The turbo, this is just a turbo that we mocked up to it, but we haven't decided if we're going to use, most likely we're going to use a Garrett turbo to it.
Okay. And again, you're saying that this particular one's just a mock-up, but what size turbo do you think you might go with? You mentioned 700 horsepower. So.
Yeah, we're probably gonna do like a 62 size style or a 60 series turbo from Garrett for it.
Very good. And then about how much boost do you think that'll require to get to his number?
About 28 pounds.
Okay, so not too much.
Not too much.
But a healthy amount?
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Derek, anything else about this particular SR20 that we're leaving out? Just anything else to note?
To note, on these, like I said, the oiling system takes a huge part and care in terms of getting them to where they need to be in a higher level of horsepower. Breathing-wise, these things breathe pretty decent, that I found.
Yeah.
But the oiling system is where they lack, and that's what we try to concentrate a great deal of effort onto to make sure that we have no starvation on our bearings, or we don't hurt our bearings or stuff like that onto them, and for the cylinder head also.
Yeah.
We pay a lot of attention to the drain back.
Excellent, excellent. All right, so you said the customer is looking for that 700 horsepower 4-cylinder. What specifically is his car?
So this car is going to be for a time attack racing, predominantly just that.
Yeah.
So.
Very cool.
And we have an S13 in the back that we're going to be putting this into.
Okay.
So.
Cool. Well, that'll be pretty awesome when it's all finished up.
Yeah, it should be plenty fun.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, Derek, we appreciate you telling us a little bit about this. Yeah.
Sure.
Guys, that's been this episode of Engine of the Week. Make sure you're checking out everything that Derek and his wife Rita have going on here at DRZA Auto. And as always, make sure you're checking out enginebuildermag.com for more great engine content. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.